Wow, look at that brand new background. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole podcast. Oh, oh.
Live stream's working.
It's working. My name is Jake Howard,
I go by DJ Swirl. What's up, everybody?
and this is the Sober Swole podcast. Before we get into things, I'd like to give a shout out to Royalty Nutrition. That's royaltynutrition.com. And to help me out with that is Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Royalty Nutrition is a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that doesn't automatically go to the cheapest ingredients while making their formulas for their supplements. Check them out and use the discount code 37HAKE to save you 15% on your entire order. My next shout out of the evening will be to Gorilla Gains. That's gorilla-gains.com. They are a fitness apparel company that you can wear comfortably in and out of the gym. They also make great equipment that helps keep you safe while you train. Use the discount code JAKE15 to save 15% on your entire order there. And that's all I got this evening. DJ Swirl, please tell them about the wonders of Buy to Buy and Buy to Buy Studios.
Buy to buy. From the time you buy until the time we say goodbye. We take care of you, whether you shop in store or online. I did a job yesterday that was for a third-party affiliate and had very little information going in. Was told there were no stairs at this establishment. Guess what? There were stairs. Still knocked it out. We were hired for 3 hours worth of work. Got it done in 2, in spite of gravity and its challenges. That's what we do. Whether you're moving, whether you need a TV mounted and installed, whether you need stuff assembled, you bought it more than you could, you bit off more than you can chew, we'll help put that together for you. This is the content creation side of the business. This is Buy to Buy Studios. And so high quality, low cost sound decision every time. We help you do this. We help you elevate your show. And currently, while we're doing this, I'm also sending this to an outboard piece of gear that allows me to get it prepped and ready to go for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of your audio-only sites. So we let you do it all without you actually doing anything at all. So Buy to Buy Studios, hit us up. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you are. And that is my shameless plugging.
I was yawning. You caught me on a real weird face. Right?
Very good.
So let's say like I have a guest in person. Now, how would the camera switch up with that?
So that would be at your discretion. I mean, if you want 2 camera shots, you need 2 cameras.
Right.
And if you use that with so they could literally be sitting next to you on their phone, and they can use their phone as the camera. And if they have headphones, then we could do the same thing. Yeah, it depends on the setup. I have additional cameras if I need to. Webcams work great. Again, phones are pretty decently high quality now, so it'll let you accomplish the same thing. But yeah, that's definitely how it would work. So like when you were with your brothers, it's challenging because there's 3 of you trying to fit you in a frame and make sure the shot looks tight. That's tough to do with 1 mic and 1 camera.
But my brothers are also fucking rotund. Let's get started.
Regardless of your body shape, 3 people in 1 frame is a tough task. So, yeah, man, I really look forward to helping people out and making sure that we can do that because we definitely can. It's just there's always logistical issues, and it's my job to kind of figure that out. And I like taking that challenge on because it allows me to see what I can do. I never know what that is until I try. I try it all.
Might as well.
Yes, sir.
We had the benefit, the opportunity to be a guest on our previous guest, Nikki Cadman's show on Monday.
Yes, sir.
And it was really interesting to see a podcast starting out from the other side.
Yep. How'd that feel?
Because I think that's why I wasn't like I'm not like upset. I guess upset's not the right word. It was more. It's more of I think I came from a place of understanding more than outright shit talking. Because if you listen to our first year, probably our first year of episodes,
Mm-hmm.
I think other than the episode we did with Bailey, they weren't really too good.
What do you mean?
But there's definitely some learning curves. We didn't know when to end a show. We didn't know when to,
Okay.
stay on topic or change topic, or
Fair point.
there was a lot of us feeling it out. Like we're still feeling it out and getting better as we go.
Sure.
But we are light years ahead of that first year.
Agreed. Most definitely. But I
So,
don't think you've ever taken. We've never planned an episode. Like you early on. I remember you saying that you didn't like having an outline. I was like, well, it's a giant red flag, but we could work on it.
Mhm.
We've never really worked on it. It's just it's kind of been fly by night. I think that if we took the time to structure it and to do all those things to make it that kind of thing, we could definitely do that. I just don't know if you've ever, our circumstances, life, man. Many podcasts don't make it this far, let alone get this far and then say, oh yeah, well, how can we make it better? So like, I don't put any of that pressure on myself because I know how this works. I'm in like this cockpit, just comfortable now. I'm very comfy in where I'm at now, and I'm trying new things all the time to try and even make it to elevate it to where I can offer something else for someone that we didn't have when we started. Because this was all you were the guinea pigs. So it was literally the technology that I'm using now is way better than what I was, but even just a few years ago, it was like I was using what I had to see what I could accomplish, and I thought I did a decent job, and then pow, pandemic came. So it was like everything just kind of went into survival mode instead of how could we glisten this up. But yes,
Right.
Having a show title is important.
Yes. Well, because that was one of the things that I brought up. I was like, how are you going to get viewers? Give me 1 second. I have a
Perfect.
knocker on the door.
Knocker on the door. Perfect timing. So yeah, the Untitled Podcast is the name of the show that we recorded, and it went for several hours, broken up in multiple parts because we used third-party software as Microsoft Team, I believe. And
Microsoft
so
Teams,
I
yeah.
use all Mac everything, so problematic out the gate, but we definitely managed to make it work. Oh well, hello. We do have a guest this week.
Yeah. Yep. There's Ruth. Here.
Hi, Ruth.
You want to talk? Here. Watch
Gotta have the
this.
headphones on. Gotta have the headphones.
Well, here. We'll turn the headphones off, and now you can hear.
Hello.
Say hi.
And you just need to
Yep.
hit.
You need to put the headphones on. I get it.
Hi,
Yeah.
Ruth.
Are you gonna say hi?
Just turn it out. It's too loud.
Oh, it's too loud. Oh, did you see our new Elsa Barbie here?
Oh, very pretty.
Yeah. Are you gonna say thanks? Or are you just gonna be?
He just wants to be seen.
Yep. So I bought Ruth a Barbie when she was like 1, and her
Just
and
the
Marley
one?
keep fighting over that one. Yeah, it's just one. They've got other dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
But her and Marley now fight over that. So I was like, fine, we're going to go get Barbies. So now
They broke you.
everyone has their own Barbie.
That's too loud.
It's too loud.
Still too loud.
No,
Come
I
on,
need to
Dad.
be able to hear. Daddy's ears don't work.
Too loud.
What do you mean?
Too loud.
It's too loud. You're too old.
It's too loud. Too loud. It's too loud.
Too loud is too loud, Dad.
It's too loud. You're too old.
I don't like.
You don't like the headphones?
How do you like
Where
the
are you going?
background? How do you like the background, Ruth?
I love it. Do you like this?
Mm-hmm.
It's real nice, huh?
Can sit down.
Where are you going?
Can sit down.
Okay, you're gonna sit on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't get into stuff you're not supposed to. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I took them to the riparian reserve.
Yep.
In Gilbert, and let them run around, chase birds and rabbits, and get too close to the lake and all that good dad stuff. Where are your clothes?
What house?
Yeah,
They're for you.
they're in your room. Why are they in your room and not on your body?
They're cold.
Yeah, you're cold. You're not wearing clothes. Come here. But yeah, Ruth wears big girl undies with minimal accidents now. We're doing it.
All right.
Living the dream, partying hard.
Has it been a long time coming?
Yeah, it's 'cause she's stubborn. She does stuff when she wants to do stuff.
Sounds familiar.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't have as many.
Well, her father is very. I'm going to do it when I want to do it. No one can tell me otherwise.
Well, this is one thing that the Untitled podcast won't have to worry about is baby surprises, or at least on one person's end.
It's true. This is some of the stop it.
My cold.
Yeah, you're cold. You're not wearing clothes.
Give me one.
Okay, I'll keep you warm. So, what? I think that I won't speak for you, but I think I need to do more other people's shows more often
Yeah.
and feel them out more because I've been on.
Well, you have another show.
I have another show. I have two other shows.
Yeah.
And then I've been on my buddy Rendon's podcast. It's slipping my mind right now. I went and did I was on the Clean Libertarian, Drew's show. I've done a couple others, but I need to do more. I need to become better at being interviewed and letting control of the conversation go. I was trying to do that on Monday, and it just turned into me being like silent and staring at the.
Well, depending on the subject topic of the topic at hand.
Yeah. I mean, well, what did you think? How did you think that went?
Like I need to see it back. I know there's gems in there. I know every time I have a conversation with somebody, especially someone new.
Yep.
But you saw Dr. Phil come out
Mhm.
like he tends to. And you even mentioned something to me to the effect of how I was speaking might have come across as an attack or triggering or however you phrased it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's that thing that I always think about when if someone
I like this one.
was trying to get in shape, right? And they went into
Mm-hmm.
the gym and the rock is there.
Um,
No one is ever going to go up to the rock and tap him on the shoulder and be like, "Hey man, could you put a shirt on? Could you calm down? Could you do less reps? Could you like it's no one would ever do that.
Right.
Yet when it comes down to regular adult vocabulary, somehow there is a responsibility on me to
Oh,
cater to
hi.
them.
You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi too?
Who say no?
Here's Marley.
No, on the back. Stop. Not doing it.
You okay? Go get mom. Go get her.
No, no.
Want to go to bed, Ruthie?
I'm tired.
Go lay down.
All right.
I'm tired. Go lay down.
All right. I'm still in that attention. No way.
Oh man, yeah, they're in here. It's over.
Mom, leave me alone.
No.
I want this room.
She's trying to lay down on the futon.
You have a. You say
Yep.
Yeah, man. So this has devolved into chaos. No, I think what I was meaning with you is because she made it. She had said some things along the lines of how she had been made to feel dumb by her parents at certain aspects of time,
Sure.
and things like that. So I was like, man, I hope that we didn't come off as,
Well,
bad.
that's understandable. However, when you consistently refer to us as okay dad or that
Mhm.
comes out, then all bets are off.
Or you say something like, "Do y'all have the moon?"
Yeah. When things don't when the math doesn't start adding up, whatever those preconceived notions are do not apply. So, but again, it's never from a place of malice. It's simply from here's my vantage point from based off of my experience.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if your co-host says that you have daddy issues, and then when
No, hey, you can't touch. I'm working. If you want to lay down, you gotta go upstairs with mom. Yeah, I'm sorry.
you're good, man.
Good night, girls. I love you. Hey, I love you. Bunches and shit. Come here. Brittany appearance, ladies and gentlemen. First time ever. Oh, hey. What's up, Forrest Mommy? I saw that you've decided that you are officially not coming back to the Twitter after the third or fourth account fiasco, and good on you. Your Discord is pretty entertaining. You're fun to follow on Instagram too, so more power to you.
I need to be put on the Reddit and Discord game.
Discord's interesting. Reddit, I think the conversations on Reddit are worse than Twitter, honestly. Am I back on?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. All right, we're back. So all the girls are in bed. Now we can talk for real. No, man, I think I don't know. I just don't. I didn't want us to come off as like those guys that came off like pompous or something. I don't know. Because I'm not pompous. I'm cocky sometimes, but I'm definitely not pompous.
What? So what exactly how do you feel like you might have come across as pompous?
Well, it's
And where in your life do you accommodate people when you're simply being confident? Because I'm not going to make myself feel insecure about someone else
no, I understand what you're saying.
mistranslating my confidence. Like, especially if I didn't at you, bro. I didn't. It's not a personal attack. I literally don't know you. So it's like all of those things that people try and conflate into an attack or to whatever that devolves into. Like all of those, you have to allow all those things to be the case. And I don't think I came across. I didn't feel like the conversation got to a point where it got heated or, you know, it was just like I was just trying to get her to be honest with herself.
I get you.
And she
No,
eventually did that. And I and when she did, I was very forthcoming and I said, "This is the first time I believe you tonight." I remember saying that. And she smiled super big because she wasn't bullshitting. So it's just that's what you have to do. You have to have those conversations tend to be a bit uncomfortable because you have to break that through those walls. And so she's like, "Oh, it felt like a therapy session." So I feel like I'm missing a check. They get paid for that, right?
Yeah, they sure do. But my thing was like when we were talking about like the coaching sides of things.
Yeah.
And like,
oh yeah, your coaching style for sure.
Well, so my coaching style is I'm like we'll get along great if you just do what you're told.
Team play, no games. Yeah.
Fucking fuck around. But you know, I had to like lay down the law on her. I was like, you can't be telling me stuff that you're not telling your coach.
No doubt.
Because I say this all the time. Like the dude that she's working with is probably my best friend out in Austin still. Like, I mean, we don't talk every day or anything, but I know for a fact that I could hit him up and be like, "Hey, I'm rolling through. I need a place to crash." He'd be like, "Come through." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, listen, no more of that. I'm not
accountability is so weird nowadays. It's really weird because even because I remember she got mad at me at one point or jokingly was just tried to like pump the brakes, but I'm like, I'm literally repeating the facts you gave me. So if you are upset about the things that I'm saying and I'm simply reiterating what you told me, like it's just it's accountability. It's like you said it, did you mean it? And so, but yeah, in terms of ducking, like feeling like she can come to you and joke about her quad, and you're like, no, I'm not a coach, and I was like, man, I would feel kind of I would feel a type of way about that if I was her coach.
Well, then I had to let her know too. It's like I would publicly make you cry. Like,
yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. Well, have I ever told you the story about the kid with gyno?
Oh yeah,
the kid that got on steroids when he wasn't supposed to.
Yep.
And his nipples puffed up all ridiculous, and I picked him up by his nipples and threw him.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how I told Mark Field happy birthday?
No.
So he turned 20 or 21. I ran up behind him and just choked him out.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Sounds like assault, but
that's baby Mark. But no, like I've never been a.
Have you ever had someone like? Have you ever had someone just stop working with you because you were too much? Your style didn't match their demeanor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's usually felt out first or second session.
Sure.
Because my whole thing is I would like when I was working in person, it was always come in because I need to see you, I need to get a little background on you, I need to I'm gonna run you through an assessment and make sure that you're healthy enough to train.
Right.
Right. And then I had a kid throw up on me.
Yes.
He never came back. I've had people tell me straight up about halfway through, it's like, I'm going to finish this, but I think I'm going to go with somebody else. Like, fine. Fine.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was I was never like, you're here to work. You're here because you have a goal, and you're here to meet that goal. And we're going to get there, and it's going to suck ass. And we're going to do it. You're going to work hard, and if you decide to do work with me with your food on the side of things too, it's like we're going to do this as healthy as possible, but you're going to be working hard. I'm working with a lady out in Utah right now named Burgundy, and she is a mother of 3. Her last child was a premature emergency C-section where she had to have all kinds of surgeries and stuff.
Wow.
And they're both happy and healthy. And she just shuts up and does the work. She just eats and works.
Yeah.
And her body is coming together great. Like, she still has like the I guess the mom pooch, I guess you could say, on her lower midsection.
Uh-huh.
But dude, she is a ball of muscle, and her physique's coming together. Because she was like, I want to get on stage. I was like, okay, well, stand by. I'm about to change your life. And she just does the work. Her husband has her back for the most part. She takes her prep meals with her.
Dope.
She just shuts up and works, and it's showing. I'm very excited.
Nice.
So there you go. If you're an athlete of mine that gets a shout out on the show, you know you're doing good. Sean, Lizzie.
So where are you at now in your resurgence?
I'm still 5 days a week. I'm trying to incorporate more days where I do yoga and lift in the same day. I'm trying to make that 5 days a week. And I've also thrown in a little bit of cardio after I'm done lifting.
Dope.
I have a little stationary bike that I ride for 10 minutes. Just as soon as I'm done and get everything put away, I get on the bike. And then I come in and shower.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I weigh 230. And if I could stay 230, that'd be fucking cool. Like, if I could be 230 and, like, way less soft, I'd be way happy.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Like, I won't commit to competing anytime soon because I've tried setting goals like that, and then life was like, no.
Yeah.
And so I had a whole timeline. I was like, this is how it's going to go. This is it. And the universe said, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No. So I'm just, I'm feeling good. My back feels great. I'm moving a lot better. I'm breathing better. When I can sleep, I'm sleeping better.
Good.
I got a compliment on my manhood, apparently, because my blood flow is working better.
How did that come about? Like, how was that said?
She said, what was it? She said,
What was the phrase?
what are you doing different? Because, wow.
I thought you guys were talking about not having any more kids. That doesn't sound like it's going to help.
Well, she's pregnant. It's not like
No,
she can get pregnant again.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying, I'm back.
I've started to I'm going to start making it a point to everyday workout and to do it calisthenics, yoga, something to where it's I'm using my body as the weight. Because I throw stuff around all day and I feel like skinny fat, like you were talking about. to where my physique is there. I'm sub 190, but I don't meal prep. I'm eating with my kids. I'm doing all of those things. So it's like, I think I had Hardee's or something this morning for breakfast just because I was all the way out on the west side. And I finished eating and I was just like, after I got done, I looked myself in the rearview mirror and just shook my head. I was like, you just need that shit. Go to the gas station and get like a protein shake and a bar, meal replacement, something. Where it's just not getting all that extra nonsense because I don't need it. And then
I went to Salad.
1,500 I burned 1,500 calories in a job, and then it's like it makes you feel a lot less bad about it. But you went to Salad and Go?
I went to Salad and Go today. Got their barbecue chicken salad in a wrap.
How'd that do you?
It was delicious.
One of the guys I used to work with did not like Salad and Go because it made him go. So
yeah, that fiber will do it.
Yeah, so he's like, well, the title makes sense. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we went and did that after my Target adventure with the girls this morning.
Yikes.
And then they came home and had chicken nuggets. Yeah, I tried to. I started to take notes about the show we were on Monday, or the Entitled podcast.
Yep. Oh wow!
And then I was like, "Yeah."
Okay.
And then I was like, "Nah, never mind."
What? Why?
Just because. Well, see, I figured we'd talk about it, and my notes would be up here on the internet forever, so I have to go back to it. They'll be right here.
Okay. Fair. And are we talking about like how do you leave notes? Like, do you do constructive criticism of the things? Are you like judgy on their part? Are you critical, like breaking down issues you see so that way it's like a reminder you don't do it, or how do you do that?
It's that it's like things I see, patterns, sets of questions, conversation flow.
Yeah.
And about an hour in, I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. We're good. We're just gonna roll. And not to
an hour, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking about the note taking, not being on the show.
Yeah, the note taking. Yeah,
okay, very good. Thank you for
clarifying. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, I feel better about that now.
Yeah, no, I was just like, and how can I use this to be a benefit to the projects I'm involved in?
Sure.
It's because that was another thing I was telling Brittany. I was telling her, if eventually we're going to make some money off of this, I'm just going to have to keep doing this. And I have to really give it more time than what I do.
You just have to develop a template. You just have to you just have to develop a template that takes away the thinking. It takes away it just sets up a frame. It sets up a stable frame for the segments that you like. So, for example, the show that me and my dad are working on, like, we're on a hiatus essentially right now. He's just been super busy, so have I. So it's like we're not making any movement, but I have these shows that have already been recorded, and it's like 10 hours worth of stuff. So I've definitely got stuff to edit. And then I'm looking over here at the different segments that I have 7 segments ready to go for the show. Like, not even, there's no outline. It's just name game, tech event, blah, 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 blah. And then I have 3 ideas that are Patreon, that are exclusive to where we're going to play games with, I'm developing a musical interactive game based off of what I've already developed and then with something that already exists. So just kind of making it to where we can challenge our own audience based off of our musical knowledge. So it's a segment that me and my dad are doing to compete against one another, and then we're inviting in the audience to be able to do it as a thing for the show, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been able to touch it. I've got it all drawn up. I've got what the logo should look like. Like, live sound effects. Like everything is there. It's just that we can't make any movement because we're not on the same page. So different, different things happen at different times. So, but we can definitely do that with the show. You just have made it very clear that you weren't going to give any agency or urgency to feeling confined because you feel like it keeps you from being able to say what you want, but you've done it long enough now that you know it's to keep you from going off the rails.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's whenever we have a guest on, I know this is what I want. This is what I want to ask them. This is what I want to talk about.
Here's one thing I can say right now. When you're done talking to them, you don't know how to end. So you always say, well, I don't have anything else to say. That's not great journalism. I
No.
know, but I know that at this point, you should be, just have it in a note. So the note you're taking, right? So a template. So near the end, you can simply just say, sign off, right? And all it is you saying, well, about an hour in right now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you for coming on. Where can people reach you? Right? Just something that simple, and you write it down to where it becomes something that is natural. So it's a different part. So you can even keep your notes to where it's like we're on page 1. You don't need to see what else is going on. Here's what we're going to talk about. Here's what I'd like to keep it. And you just keep it moving. And we have this the chat window in here. We can have the same outline, and I can just type in here and say, hey, next segment or whatever, to where you see that. And so we need to move on to keep the flow of the show going, and then you're just going to naturally do it. But we don't do that. We don't have a template. We don't have guidance in place, so we can do that without having to think about it. And so it takes away from the flow of the show.
Okay.
We know better. You know better. Your kid's jumping in the middle of the show. It's a cute moment. Not good for workflow.
Definitely not.
But again, it's just the reality of the circumstances. No judgment, no shade. It's just like, if you want to take things to the next level, there is some work to that.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that when we had Dr. Butler come on, and I'd be like, "What about this?" And he'd be like, "Yes, but what about the rest of all the way around that question?"
You got to be able to return that. You got to be able to. You served it. He returned it. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
So you either have something else written down that you can parlay off of that you thought of ahead of time, if he goes in a certain direction, and based off the interviews, based off of you being interviewed, you know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about, just like you do with, if you took this as seriously as you did your body, we would already be there. Injuries kept you from doing it with your body. The kids, your situation, your circumstance, moving, your grandparents, like, you've had a lot of shit come up to where that's not. But now that you've gained clarity from going through all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
now you see the opportunity in being able to do it. You can take so now I can talk like you did to Nikki. Shut up and do it, right?
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
You're right. It is poopy or get off the potty.
I'm here. I updated this in 30 minutes, bro. Nothing. I can get cool segues. I'll make a fucking theme song. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm locked and loaded, bro. It's here.
Chocolate and vanilla.
My drop is on deck now. So, like, just little things like that add value to the things like Flex Chef. People that already enjoy what we're doing, and we're kind of trying, dog. Kind of trying. So,
well,
we can do it.
Figures. We're 3 years in. It's about time to start trying.
Oh man, that's how it works, dude. It's life.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, that's all.
Your co-host was never going to push you. Never. Never. So that was kind of just an agreed upon thing. Circumstances have changed. Now where do you go with it? It's up to you. You bought a gaming computer. You
I
brought
have a whole
something-
microphone that is just sitting there looking at me.
Have you even tried to look up like how to troubleshoot it?
Nope, I haven't. So how it's supposed to work? How it's supposed to work is Brittany gets off work. We come down, we talk, and catch up on her day. She does what she has to do. Then I'm supposed to be able to come in here and work.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That hasn't exactly been happening.
Yeah.
So no, because by the time that's all said and done, and then, Daddy, come do this. Daddy, come do that.
But we get structure and outline, a template established, and then you can just kind of pick and choose when you have time to. You can have a thought. You can see something come across your timeline, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about that." Jot it down. Next thing, jot it down. So that way, once you get the time, or until you get the time, you're looking at that thing and you're referencing it. So you're looking, okay, I'm gonna start here, there. Oh, well, that makes sense to do it here first, and then you just, So that way, when you sit down and we're doing this, and when we press record, it's going to feel different. I mean, you already do all of the intros on the fly, right? And it's turned into the kind of like a joke to see how far you can make it before you stumble, right?
Yep. I did great tonight. I did great.
Where? Hold on. Where are we at?
Nailed it.
There we are. Yes, you did. You nailed it tonight. And so, but you were ready. You know what I mean? And you've said it enough times to where it's kind of muscle memory. So we just need to get to that point with the structure of the show, and then it will be way more engaging. Instead of tricking people with the title, getting a good 30 seconds worth of viewership, and then bouncing. Because that's problematic for every podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just don't think, unless we're interviewing an actual worker in the business, we should include a porn star's name in our titles anymore.
Capitalism requires exploitation. If we're going to come up, that's pretty harmless. Other things we could do.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, that's something I wouldn't mind doing.
What's that?
Well, like
interviewing
there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people who get out of that business who they have to get sober.
Sure.
Because like the party's over, and it's like that conversation would be amazing
if you framed it.
Yeah.
If you had a template and you had questions ready and you stuck to the script and all those things, absolutely. However,
I already got questions.
No. Just freestyling with a porn star has way too much. Way too many. It can go bad so many ways. So
many ways. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even talking about online. I'm talking about in your household. So, yeah. So if we're gonna bring that energy to the table, let's be prepared for it.
Yeah, I'd have to play that one off. Who are you interviewing?
No.
Well,
nope.
How do you know them?
No way in hell. I'm not doing that show if you don't tell Brittany about it. Not doing it.
Oh no, she always asks me like, do you have a guest on this week? And I'll say yes. And who are they?
No, but I'm talking about if and when that happens, you're going to come clean. I want to say it like that. You're going to be transparent. You're just going to say, I have a porn star on tonight. You cool with that? Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face. No, bro. You're not gonna sneak that by, because what will happen is instead of Ruth busting, it'll be her, and that won't end well. That won't be. I mean, that'll be great for viewership. Great for viewership.
Yeah, I don't.
And especially since you're back to full strength, I don't want to take anything away from. Let's not hurt his game too. He will not appreciate that. Yeah.
What if I got a gentleman, not one of the ladies?
Oh, balance all day long.
See.
Again, written down.
Just the
Some pre-production done.
just the just the
It's not
the
difficult.
conversation.
So do you know off top any adult entertainers that are public with their sobriety battle?
Not off the top of my head, but I know. Uh, no, but I know there's got to be. There's
So is that next week?
yeah,
Or is that your research for this week?
man, that could take research and get real dangerous.
Porn stars with problems.
Porn stars with problems.
Oh man.
See what the Google has to say here.
No, this is another thing. Here's another thing. No live Google searching, bro. No live Google searching. Let's put this. Where's your notes? That's this show. This show is let me upgrade you. This is us trying to figure out the next step.
Sober, swole,
New logo. Who this?
comma, colon, the upgrade. No live Googling. Dang.
No
It's
live
my
Googles,
favorite.
man. No, that's not fun to watch. That's not fun to listen to.
You know what? I'm upset because I'm going to have to throw this pin away. So this is have I told you the Dieter's funeral home pin thing?
Yes.
Okay, well, this pin went through the washer. Now it sucks.
That didn't take long.
Been ruined. Man, anyway. So no live Googling.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, I won't. Fine. Jeez. Golly.
You could totally write that down and then write me a note in the interview chat and say, hey, I want to talk about something. Go to you. And then I can switch the camera like so. And then you can do that. You can live Google, you can mute yourself, and you can find the information that you're looking for. And then you can hit me back up on the interview chat and say, hey, man, good to go. Switch back. Then I put you right back in the screen and you go, say what you're going to say. We have all of those tools at your disposal.
Very well. Fine.
And this is the kind of stuff like their background, the Entitled Pod, right? Their faces here instead. And it's just like, I'm learning as well how to build scenes, how to do the graphics side of things, because I'm audio with experience in video, but when it comes to rendering and video and titles and transitions and all that stuff, I still have a learning curve for all that too. So, but I'm using the stuff that I have software, I have all the hardware to get it done. It's just me making the time to make it make sense. So I have no problem doing that. It takes me some time to get to it. We can get there just as well. I have 175 hours of interview time remaining for this year. So
Well,
I've got it.
it's a small amount of time.
And that only goes down if we're live streaming. If we record it straight to disc, it's unlimited. So we can interview all of the day longs, bro.
I'm down with that. I am down with that. What else are you working on other than upgrade stuff? You got any new shows coming in?
I have something that I'm working on for Truths and Ladders.
Yeah.
So my tagline is cryotherapy for your conscience. And so I'm going to lean into that. Have you had any experience with cryo?
No.
So
But I've always been intrigued.
yeah. I did some small research because I had that thought popped in my brain. I was just like, I see people do it and I know that it's, and so I wanted something that was like by the by. When you hear it, when you see it, when I explain it, it makes sense, right? So cryo for your conscience is like, my belief is that no great change comes without a jolt. And so the idea of cryotherapy is jolting your body out of its normal process for the benefits of X, Y, and Z. And so it is used way too often, and people who use it do it with regularity. So it's like, there is such a great benefit to it. Why don't we? What's the brain equivalent of that? And that's what I want to try to have Truths and Ladders to be, is a cold jolt to the system, like taking a cold shower. It invigorates you. It switches up your mindset to look at something, a truth, from a different perspective. And so I'm building a segment that is basically me freezing my ass off. And so it's going to incorporate the cryo, so that way I can talk about something with a level of cold-bloodedness, but do it from a perspective I'm freezing inside of a cryo chamber while I do it. So don't know where that's going to go. This is live. It's on the interwebs now. So here's my copyright. Here's my trademark, whatever I need in order to get the to save that idea. But yeah, that's what I want to try to do with the show, is to incorporate that perspective, that it's a jolt for the better. Put yourself through a little bit of pain to come out better on the other side. How's that sound to you in real time?
I dig it. I can dig it.
And I just did the theme song, just kind of did that thing and came up with it, and it feels dark on purpose. So it's like, it's not supposed to be, the truth isn't supposed to, it's not supposed to feel like a blanket, man. But we dress it up like, and just like what you were talking about when you text me and you were like, oh, the way that you said some things, or the way, I hope the way that we came across wasn't too bullish or whatever. It's like, how do you have an adult conversation without it stinging a little?
Right.
Shouldn't it? It shouldn't feel like a gentle Pillsbury Doughboy poke that makes you giggle. You're not going to move from that. You're not going to want to do the show any better unless I lay out some stuff for you to think about, right? And it's not done from a position of malice. And so the 3 questions I ask: what makes it relevant? I'm only talking about it, and I'm going to iron out why it's relevant. I'm bringing it up. So I say, what makes it relevant? Who's the one selling it? Because it depends on the source you get it from, and then is it benevolent or not? We live in a capitalistic society, so exploitation is required. I'm going to highlight things that are done from a standpoint of benevolence, and as another way to give balance to the media that is pay-per-view stuff that I get blocked for routinely. Like my 9/11 post that for sure got me demonetized on every page I have on Instagram.
That's ridiculous.
And all I did was literally use a phrase from a song that I then featured in the reel. 21 years later, flagged for abuse.
Well, she's
Fix
probably
yourself,
gone, but the forest bombing I brought up, her bands and stuff. She doesn't even do anything crazy.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. It's not about what the actual content is. It is about the reception. It's about someone feeling some type of way about it and reporting you. And if enough people do that, they cancel you. Straight up. Like I posted something by Joe Rogan, and I got flagged for it. Not because it was copyright, because I was sharing it so other people saw it. The purpose was to get it back, the attention back on him, and I got flagged for breaking community standards. Free market, right?
Yeah.
Not how things work.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I can work on that. I can produce the greatest thing in the world, and then nobody will see it.
It's true.
But I'm still chugging along. Got a few different ideas. I got a couple of tracks. Oh, I'm also working on some exclusive tracks for DJs that they can use live, because a lot of people who DJ use record pools, and there are some DJs who take an original track and then they flip it, make it to where it sounds different, but it gets attention because you don't want to go to the club and hear the same music played the same way. So I'm gonna do that from the friendly confines of my cockpit, and give it out for free to the DJs locally. Hopefully that gets some attention, and maybe that's another little hustle I can do. Still DJing without DJing. So
That'd be dope.
those are the things I'm working on.
Huh. Oh, I want to give a shout out to my athlete Liz before we move on or say goodnight or whatever we decide to do.
Who's your athlete, Liz?
But so Lizzie is my she's my prize pig at the fair. She she is a firefighter. She's a model. She's she's been a really good friend of mine for years and years. A real solid human being. And she actually went out to California this week to get all shot up with estrogen so she could donate her eggs.
Nice.
Again. So, I mean, that's amazing. Like, this is like the second or third time she's done this. And I always think that's so cool because she's making it possible for someone who wants to be a parent to be a parent. That's pretty rad. You know, that's bigger than you shit, you know? Like,
yeah.
I'm real proud of her.
Yep.
Her mom, on the other hand, we are in a fight.
Is that something you want to talk about as well, or are you just going to bring
Oh,
it up?
I do her mom's nutrition.
Okay.
We knock noggins sometimes. No, I like that. I love Olivia and Lizzie. Like, they're really great ladies, and I'm glad that they're in my life. They bring me headaches and joy all at the same time, just like every other woman that that is in my life.
You had the option to stop, and you chose not to.
No. Every woman that is in my life is on purpose. It's the headaches they give me are well worth it because.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's not like I know that's a evil and cancelable thing, but like, no, man, like some people are worth the bullshit. And the people that I have kept consistently in my life for years are well worth the bullshit.
Understood.
That's what I mean, man. But whatever. There goes my Senate run.
Oh man, people are wild nowadays.
Yeah, watching football, and I see these, obvious hit pieces on that Blake Masters guy, and I'm like, dang, they make him sound cool.
Bro, it's. I mute the commercials. Oh, I was saying this to my friend, to my buddy the other day. I was like, because Chris Collinsworth. Oof,
here's a guy.
And so I said, what is worse, the political ads in between the show or Chris Collinsworth's color commentary? Because, oh man, I'll mute both of them if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as soon as I see a political ad come on, I mute it. Cannot. For my own sanity, I don't need to hear that over and over and over and over again. It's no benefit in my life.
I just like how they cut to the booth now, and it's not Al Michaels anymore, and it's just Mike Tirico doing this.
Mike Tirico's dope.
Yep.
Mike Tirico is really good at what he does. Chris Collinsworth. Oh man, when Brady is the quarterback, when QB12 is playing, Chris Collinsworth he dances like Donald Trump.
Well, it was like Madden and Favre. Madden had a big Favre bumper.
Yes, he did, but he didn't cover up his mistakes. He was quick to say, "Oh, you can't do that," or da da da. Chris Collinsworth goes out of his way to either make it someone else's fault or to accommodate, plus or minus 5% error, like for everything he does. There was this terrible throw, and they blamed the wide receiver. I was just like, it's so egregious, it's so blatant. And then he had a sore throat, so it was worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, where's the Tirico only option? Let me pay extra on Peacock for that, and good for him. Good for him. He's made a living this long off of it. But when he said, like, Tony Romo is good. I like watching and listening to Romo. Who's the tight end that just retired? Greg Olson.
Greg Olson.
Greg Olson. Great to hear him talk. Troy Aikman.
I think Troy's hit or miss. But
I just always.
I loathe.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I loathe Joe Buck.
Really? Why?
I go the rest of my life without hearing Joe Buck speak.
Because
I'm bitter. I'm bitter, dude. It's me being petty. He's a great broadcaster, but like when the Royals were like dope.
There it is. Okay.
And he was like, every time he commented on a Royals game, all he did was talk shit. Like, whoever the Royals were playing was like, whatever, the team's trash. Like, dude, I mean, there's obviously more. Too long.
Has it been 10 years?
It hasn't been 10. No, it's been like 4 or 5. Still.
So even translates over to an entirely different sport.
Yeah, man. I don't want to hear you speak.
Does he also do NASCAR? I feel like, or racing or something. I've seen him elsewhere somewhere. I don't remember.
Maybe, but like, I haven't watched NASCAR in a while.
Yeah.
But the best commentator booth that NASCAR ever had was, oh crud, I can't remember the guy who wasn't the driver, but they had like the straight man, and then Darrell Waltrip, who was a retired driver,
mm-hmm.
and then like Dale Jarrett. And that was, who even cared what was the race was going on? Let's listen to Darrell Waltrip. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Look at him go, boys. Oh, hell. Look at him up there, bump drafting about straight paint.
Is Waltrip number 17?
Mm-mm.
Who was number 17 back in the day?
Oh.
I feel like it was a Tide car for some reason.
Man.
I don't know, man. I don't watch NASCAR anymore.
No, because Dale Jarrett, his last number was 88.
Okay.
And he was the UPS car there at the end of his career. And his dad's name was Ned. Ned Jarrett was a NASCAR driver too. But they could never do. You couldn't really do straight shots on Ned. He had a real bad lazy eye. AKA the reason why he retired from driving.
Is that a hindrance?
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, man. I don't want to assume.
Depth perception's a tad off. It's just
I don't know the science.
Kind of hard to go 120 miles an hour when you can't really judge how far away you are from shit.
Maybe it's like a superpower. Maybe he can fine tune on certain. You know what I mean? Like bokeh. You know how bokeh works in a camera? How everything else around it is hazy, but the thing he's focused on is super sharp. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. I don't want to judge the guy. He won a race or two, didn't he?
Oh yeah, but that was part of the reason why he had to get out of racing, because his eyes were bad.
Did he race that whole time like that?
No. As he got older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it's kind of like to professional wrestling. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. You can't look at him straight in the eye anymore. He's got one eye. It's wonky as fuck.
Okay.
He took a few shots to the head back in the day. I'm sure that didn't help.
Gotcha.
Things like that. Speaking of, did you follow because I know you sent me that Brendan Schaub calling Dana White back out thing, but he brought up Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
That dude he might be in some trouble.
Is he still alive?
Oh yeah, he retired in like not disgrace but disgrace.
Okay.
Because they were running through the books, and I think it was up to like $12 million that he had paid women to not talk about their affairs over the years.
So he pulled what's that guy's name? Sarver, the Suns owner.
I don't know. That's another thing. I didn't know anything about that. What was his deal?
So apparently he fostered a uncomfortable workplace environment, and over 300 people were brought in to spell out the details of his personality, and they basically just said that he's an oddball, and they fined him, slapped him on the wrist, and he'll not be able to participate in team organization events or whatever for a year, and then things return to normal, I guess. Meanwhile, his star player for the Mercury is locked up in a Russian prison over $100 worth of weed. So, yeah, bro. I posted in a couple of places where I saw it, and I was like, a condition of his punishment should be to free Brittany Griner. And some random person, some woman, just commented on it underneath, no. That was it. Yeah, awesome.
No context.
There's social media for it, and of course you click on the account, and it's 13 or a dozen pictures, and you know, it's a bot essentially. But yeah. But yeah, I didn't watch UFC 279 or whatever the most recent one was, but yeah, apparently Dana White is still Dana White, and Brendan Schaub has said something, has been vocal, and Dana White dropped his name most recently, and he wasn't too happy, and so he let his feelings be known again.
Well, that dude who didn't make weight for his Nate Diaz fight should be punished for sure in some way, shape, or form. He shouldn't have been given a catchweight fight, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Like, that was some bullshit. Like, come on now. That was like the main event of the card. That was like, and your dude, he didn't just miss weight by like a few ounces. He missed it by like 7 pounds.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dog. Like,
so who did Diaz fight?
He fought Tony Ferguson again.
On short notice?
Yeah.
I didn't know Nate Diaz was still fighting. I feel like this is his last one.
That was his last fight on his contract, yeah.
On your contract, got you. Mm-hmm. Which UFC contracts are pretty great, right?
I don't know.
Dubious.
I'm sorry?
I said dubious. I mean, just from what I saw, what Schaub said, that he talks about bonuses and paying people when he doesn't. And, you know, they go all in on a Conor McGregor, and then everybody else around them gets paid Skittles. So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Capitalism. Somebody's got to get it.
But speaking of the WNBA, I have recently downloaded the DraftKings app.
Ooh. Okay.
And those Las Vegas Aces. Thank you, ladies.
Hold on a second. What do you know about WNBA basketball?
Not a goddamn thing.
Feel confident about placing monetary bets on them?
No, I mean, it's like $1, but I'm just like, hey.
So what did you win?
Like it was like 40 cents, but like,
wow. Okay.
But you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't know I didn't know you could bet on WNBA games.
Oh hell yeah, you can bet on everything here, dude. Like, so you go over here, you go and look at all this. You can want like Australian football, all the rugby leagues, cricket, baseball for like Korean, Japan, minor leagues.
That's on DraftKings.
All the yeah. All the basketball, college, WNBA, NBA, all of the European leagues and South American leagues. Like, there's a sport you can put money on it. It's pretty dope. It doesn't have horse racing though. It just breaks my heart.
That doesn't sound problematic.
No, it's definitely problematic.
I saw a DraftKings ad on a bus earlier today. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
All right.
Their marketing finally got me. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, did you because you got free money?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got like a free bet. Oh, okay.
You got free digital zeros and ones.
Yeah. Well, so it was like with your deposit, you get like a $100 free bet. And so they assume, you're gonna throw that in on a
Oh, there's no assume, sir.
no, but they're like, oh, he's gonna bet like something that has a crazy over on it.
No, no, no,
And I
no,
was like,
no. There's a room full of people who do the math, and they say if we give them this much money, what are the odds that they're going to spend all that? And it is very high.
mm-hmm.
And then they say, so how many of those people are actually going to win? And it's very low.
Yeah.
It is a loss. I don't even know if it's considered a loss leader. The loss leader is something you do as a business on purpose to lose money to get attention for something else, right? I doubt they're losing money here.
No, there's no way.
Highly doubt.
There's no way they're losing money.
So,
No way. Because then you get the people that get caught up in the, all right, I won. Now I can shove all this back into something else. And then,
I mean, like crypto?
what do you mean? How does that correlate?
Like all the people who lost their ass in the crypto market?
Listen, they're still about to lose their ass. This is not over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Telling everyone now, it is not done. It is
So
not
what you're talking about with online betting, slippery slope of addiction, crypto's no different. It's not. It's less real.
Mhm.
I didn't even have to think about it. Like it's literally made up. So, and I guess the stock market, the actual stock market, just took a hit too.
It really did.
They're gonna blame inflation again, so they can do it again. Congrats. Congrats. After record profits for the last 3 years, somehow people aren't making enough money. Feels right. The cream rises, right?
Green Rise. That was one of my favorite T-shirts that I lost. No longer fit in. My Randy Macho Man Savage shirt. Cause he did a promo where he was sitting there and he's talking to Mean Gene and he just had little packets of coffee creamer, like the half and halves.
Mm.
The cream always rises to the top.
I have not heard Macho Man in a while, but that sounds pretty good.
That's my. I used to do Macho Man impressions all the time.
Used to sounds like a good place for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it's only in memoriam.
I just remember Elizabeth, will you marry me? He used to say that a lot, right?
Elizabeth, will you marry me?
That is embedded in my brain. Oh boy. So, based off of your experience with the Untitled podcast on Monday, where do you see us in the show now? What your show notes say we should do? We are an hour and 20 minutes in, and it is 8:57.
No, as you're right about the outline. Everything needs to get more streamlined, tighter. Everything just to get tighter, and then the work on show promotion itself needs to be better on my end. Like the Instagram just can't sit dormant for most of the week, and
No,
that's all.
it doesn't take a whole lot, and I have carved out I've carved out specific time in my week for editing. So if you watch the show back, send me timestamps of stuff that you would like for people to see to draw them in, and I'll make a quick clip. Nothing.
Okay.
So right now, on the tail end of tangent that led into wrestling somehow, where do we go?
Where do we go? We go to bed, and then I watch this back and get some time steps.
All right. That works for me. Hour and 20 is that's tight.
Hey, we did it.
Hour-long show.
and way less nonsense than normal.
That's the other thing of going on a starter podcast. You get a refresher course on your process as well.
Mm-hmm. Must get gooder. Okay.
All right, sir. Sign us off.
Hi, brother. Thank you for listening to the Sober Swool podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
Chocolate and vanilla swirl.
I love this thing. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love this thing. Shout out Orange is the New Black.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.